Which one? By checking it here, okay, same IP are already in. Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All are sleeping still.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay, good, good.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
sir.
Good, good, good morning. So let's continue where we left yesterday, and let's talk about how to create report and all. So report in the sense, uh, let's say you want to analyze daily report, right? Manual log analysis you want to do. So morning shift you come, right? If you want to get the because let's say firewall logs you download here, last 24-hour firewall logs if you download, it is fast because it's a lab environment, right? But in the production environment, when you have huge amount of logs coming in, it takes some time for you to download the logs, right? So what you can do is you can schedule the report. You can schedule report so that morning once you come, report has already run and it is available to download. As well as you can also send the report, schedule the report to run by night time and to be sent over the email, right? You can configure your email ID. So that can also be done. So we'll look at how we can schedule the report. Okay. So let's have a view on my laptop. So you're able to see my screen, right? Okay.
Yes.
192 go to 168. No, no, 125. Vishnu has joined.
Yes, sir. Just join.
Okay.
Thanks.
So any query, any logs you're looking for. Let's say I'm looking for firewall last 24 hours firewall logs, right? Firewall deny event, firewall successful event, last 24 hours, right? So first of all, you have to create the query here. Same like how you create a query, right? Because all are your dashboard, your report, right? Your alerts, correlation rule, all are based on the query only how you write the SQL query or field-based query, right? So vendor product equal to Fortinet firewall, right? And let's say vendor hyphen action is equal to deny, right? So what we will get here? we will get firewall
Deny traffic.
deny traffic, right?
Yes.
So let's say firewall deny traffic. I want, let's say I want to analyze not internal traffic. I want to analyze inbound and outbound traffic, right? Not in internal to internal. I am not bothered about internal to internal traffic. I want to analyze inbound and outbound. So I want to create last 24 hours firewall inbound report, right? Inbound in the sense source IP address should not be internal, right? So not src underscore IP in, right? In 10.0.0.0/8 172.16.0.0/12 192.168.0.0/16.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, come.
Well,
Good morning. 16, right? So this is for source service should not be internal, right? So inbound. So we'll search for last 24 hours logs, right? Just to see the sample. So what you can do is you can click on save as a report. You can see, you will click on, does it show the visualization? No, but it's not visualization, it's a report. So click it here and click on save as report. Okay, now you search firewall inbound traffic, inbound firewall inbound report last 24 hours. Firewall last 24 hours report, right? Deny event report. Events report. Inbound, right? Inbound, right? You can write if you want to write anything like description, you could write description, right? And time picker, yes. Click on save. Once you click on save, you'll get more options, scheduling options, right? First of all, you have to click on yes, save. Then you will get option to schedule. Okay, click on save. Then now you can see the permission and schedule. Now permission means who can see the report, who can run the report. You can see owner, app means now app and owner. So all apps means everywhere you can see this report. And now in searching a reporting app, under report you can see enterprise security app also you have a report section. So if you share in all app, then whichever app has the report section, there you can see this report, right? If you see this app only, then under searching and reporting app only, under report section you'll be able to see, right? So if you select on all app, then you'll be able to see that report on all app, whichever app has report option. Okay, so you can see now run as owner or particular user, you can keep it owner. So who can read and write this report? Who can see that report and read this report right now? So only as of now, only whoever has created, that person will be able to read and write, right? Until unless you give the permission, right? So you have the permission of different groups, admin group, ESS, these are group of users. Under role, if you give role, under admin, you have role, right? Roles. So under administrator, whoever have admin access, he will be able to read and write, right? Everyone, if I give the everyone, then everybody will be able to read and write. Get my mind? If you want to give the specific user, user who are part of power user, then they will be, this is not a user, these are the role, right? Under that particular role, we may use multiple user, right? Are you getting my mind? Under user, we can add multiple, under role, we can add multiple user, what kind of role we want to give. So these are role, which user group you want to give access to, right? So we can select, if you want to give the everyone, we can give the everyone, read and write also, read and write. So all user will be able to see this report and make the changes in the report if I do like this, right? Ideally, you will not do like this. Maybe admin, you read and write. For admin, maybe you will give read and write permission, and for power user and analyst group that you will create, Right now, we have not created a customized role, but maybe SOC L1, SOC L2, SOC L3, different group we will create. So for that, we'll give only read access. Okay, not the write access.
Understand what is role or what do you mean by role here?
A role means what kind of access you want to give. That contains the role. Permission, role contains the permission. You go here, you explore this of the roles. See, by default, admin. Any user who are the part of administrator role having all the access. So what we do is, whenever we go here, when create user, we have to assign the role. See, admin is the username also and role name also. So what we do is, when we create any user here, new user, we have to assign the role. You can see what role you want to assign. Admin role, can delete, ESS admin, ESS. ESS means enterprise security. Enterprise security admin, enterprise security analyst. If I select enterprise security analyst, he will get less privileges. If I select enterprise security admin, he will get more privileges, admin level of privileges. So role is nothing but the set of privileges. It has the set of privileges. If I go here, for example, if I go in the role, you can see what role is having what access. Let's say analyst. So analyst having these accesses. Inherited means
By
Yes,
default.
the analyst is having the inherited role from is as user, power user, and a user, right? Apart from that, it is having these all capabilities. So if you want to add give any more capabilities, you can give what capability you want to give. Okay, so any user to whom you will assign this role will having these all capabilities. Okay, so we can create the role, custom role also we can create. For example, SOC L1. SOC L1, what access you want to give, what capability you want to give, what index access you want to give, right? Index access, right? You can create this role based on the privileges you want to assign to them, right? That is called as role. Okay, got it? And then based on that, you can create users, right? So here, when we schedule the report, we cannot select particular user, right? Because we have to give the access to certain role. So, for example, SOC analyst role. So once you select SOC analyst role, all people under SOC analyst role will be able to access the report, right? Not particular user. Of course, you are not going to go as an individual. You are going to assign for the whole specific team, right? Got a point?
Yes, sir. So, sir, did you like cover that topic previously, or I missed it?
This is the admin. This is the admin task.
Oh, okay.
This is the administrator task. So what I'm saying is now you have option permission we discuss, right? And we can do the schedule also. You can see here we have that option schedule. We can schedule the report also. You can see schedule report. Right now report is not scheduled. Automatically it will run. Once you click on, you can see report is already created. Okay, already created. If you go on the report, you can see that report. And you have the option of schedule also. Firewall. Right. So you can run. So report is running just now. Report is not scheduled as of now. When you are click on the report, that time it is running, right? So I can select the time, 60 minutes I want to run. Means I did not write the query right now. The only thing is I do not need to write the query. Only I can just select the timing, and based on that it will show that report and I can download from here. Okay, but I can schedule this report. I can schedule this report if I want to get it over the email as well, right? So I have this option edit here, and I have that option create on schedule. So click on schedule here. Now, how frequently you want to run and what time you want to run, right? So every week, so any report that you schedule which has certain frequency. Frequency means every day, every 1 hour, every 2 hours, every 1 week, like this, right? Of course, any report you schedule which has certain frequency, right? Recurring report, not one-time report, right? So anything you schedule means which have certain frequency. So what is the schedule frequency you have to select? Every hour, every day, every week, every month. A cron job. Cron job means you can define how frequently, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, custom, right? That is cron job. So these are the default time. If you remember, every 1 day, you can select every 1 day. At what time you want to run the report? So we usually select the non-peak hours, because the report will run if you schedule so many report, let's say afternoon time. At that time, your analyst also searching the logs, too many alert also firing, it will be overloaded, right? So that is the reason you are scheduling the report, so that night time when your Splunk has less work, that time this report will run and search for the logs, right? When there's a less usage of the resources of your Splunk. So you can schedule maybe night time, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Are you getting my mind? So you can utilize the resources when the resources are free. So means you can schedule at any point of time, but it is recommended that you schedule at non-peak hours, right? Let's say I'm scheduling at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the night time, right? And 2 o'clock in night time. So then it should look at what period of log. What period of log it has to look at, right? You can give the timing. What period of log it has to look at. Last 24 hours, right? Now minus 24 hours or preset timing. Let's say last 7 days, last 60 minutes, last 24 hours. Let's say last 24 hours. So when 2 o'clock report will run, it will look for the log. What period of log it has to look at, right? Report will run at 2 o'clock. So it look at last 2 o'clock to yesterday 2 o'clock. Last 24 hours log to look at. It will download, search and download, right? Are you getting your mind? Report will look, search by 2 o'clock. So now minus 24 hours means 2 o'clock to yesterday 2 o'clock. Day before yesterday 2 o'clock. Get your point? Now something called as schedule priority. Schedule priority is default, higher and highest. Most of the resources that you create on the Splunk, when we create the correlation rule, that time also we have to configure this schedule priority. Schedule priority, that time also we have to schedule. Schedule priority is default, higher or highest. So what happens is Splunk is very intelligent. Splunk will never be done because of the overload. Why? Because Splunk can analyze. You understand, right? At particular moment, if your digital device is overloaded, mean memory utilized, CPU utilized is very high, it may reach 100% and it may get crash. It may get stuck. It may get on hang state, right? Yes or no? It happens most of the time. But Splunk is very intelligent. Splunk will not get down, because what happens is Splunk will not execute the task itself. Splunk will analyze, okay, at particular moment, if I have 100 tasks and I have this much of CPU and memory, if I run 90 tasks, my CPU and memory CPU utilization may reach 95%, 100%. Memory utilization may reach 100%. If I execute 80 tasks, then it is 90%. So right now I have resources to execute 80 tasks only. So it will not execute more than 80 tasks. It will execute only 80 tasks. So it will not crash. So whatever resources it has to, in order to execute the task, those many tasks it will execute. Rest tasks, even those are scheduled, those has to be done. Splunk will not run. Splunk has that kind of intelligence. Splunk can analyze how much power I have, how much resources I have. Can I run those tasks? How many tasks I can run? If I run more than those tasks, I may get crash. My memory or CPU utilization may be overutilized. So Splunk will not run those tasks. Are you getting my mind? Means Splunk will save itself. So you can define. So let's say mobile, no usage of mobile. So what happens is Splunk will save itself, right? So now let's say 100 searches are scheduled. You can see your report are also scheduled search. Your correlation rule that you create, those are also scheduled search, right? So many searches are scheduled. Many, these kind of tasks are scheduled. So let's say now 100 searches are scheduled, including your alerts, correlation rule, dashboard, your reports. So now how Splunk will decide in case of high utilization scenario, if Splunk is unable to run all 100 searches, so which searches Splunk should run and which searches Splunk should not run? Are you getting my point?
Basis on the priority.
So this will decide based on the priority. When you are not defining priority, it will take default priority. But when you are creating and scheduling certain resources, you can define the priority as higher priority. Highest priority you give, it will run. So means it will get the highest priority, then higher and default. And then higher, then default. So first of all, at the time of higher resource utilization, Splunk will give the first preference to the resources, searches, which are having the highest priority. Then higher and least is default. So any resources, searches which may not run is default. Then if it still does not have resources, then higher also may not run. If maybe there are many resources are having highest priority, maybe some of the highest priority also may not run. Are you getting my point? So the answer, the question is, will it run later period?
Yes.
If any searches did not run, will it run later? The answer
Yes.
is no. It will skip the searches and it will run on the next frequency. That frequency is gone means gone. It is not something, okay, this time 8 o'clock it was scheduled, so it will run by 9 o'clock. Because 8 o'clock resources was high. The answer is no. That search schedule will be skipped now. Now the search will be run by next schedule if that time Splunk has the resources. You have to ensure that you have resources. If manually pull and you have more searches running, it may get test, right? Well, that's a responsible administrator. So this ideally should not happen. I'm telling you a rare scenario when Splunk has too much of resource utilization, right? That's the responsibility administrator to take care of all the resources, right? And all the instances are running fine, healthy, not lagging with the resources. I'm telling you the rare scenario in case such situation will happen, how Splunk will decide. But you'll get alert, you'll get notification that Splunk searches have been skipped because of the higher utilization. You'll get the notification here, searches are delayed, like this, searches are skipped. Get your mind? So this is how you get the notification. But that's a responsible administrator to take care of it.
But one thing here, Saurabh, like we have many analysts in production environment, right? So if everyone is scheduling these reports and dashboards on non-peak hours, as you said, right? So then ultimately,
What you said, we have many
analysts, right?
But you should know, not everybody has this access.
It's
Because
only admin who.
only administrator, only people who are authorized to do that. Not everybody has access to schedule the report.
Yeah, but if he's, let's say, for example, only one person is scheduling all these reports, and all these reports he's scheduling the non-peak hours. Again, it will be high utilization then. At that point.
Of course. Then it's a responsibility to administrator to take care which resources are eating higher resources. He will look, he will observe that these are the resources which have been scheduled on this particular time. So he may disable it or he may reschedule it in non-peak hours.
Then is there any any document or anything like, we manage that and we mention like this report is scheduled at this time and this report is scheduled at particular time, or there's nothing like that?
No, we have to check it.
Okay.
We have to check it. That's manually we have to check.
Manual. Yes. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Sir, one more query here. It will not shoot any kind of notification to admins or L1, L2
What?
that this report is scheduled between this time. Something like that.
No, you have to come on the report, right? You have to come and see the schedule.
Like I am L1, I don't have the access to schedule any report.
But
But
you can see,
hmm,
you have read-only access, right?
yes.
Read-only access, you can see that this report has been scheduled by this time. You cannot
Okay.
change the time, you cannot change it, but you can see that.
It's a notification basically that everyone will see.
As well as if you want to configure notification, you can send a notification also. Once report is ready, you will get an email, send email.
Okay.
So you get the report, attach CSV, right? Or link of the report, right? You can write the type of email, type the name and priority, and configure the email ID. So you
Yes.
get the email ID. So you have trigger action, right? Trigger action. One of the action is one of the action is email, right? Where is that email? कहाँ गया email? हाँ email वाला कहाँ गया? अच्छा email वाला मैंने select कर लिया already. Email is already selected. So one of the action is email, send email. Another option is notable or email, both you can select if you want, right? If you want that, okay, once report is generated, I should get the alert also that okay,
Yes.
report has been generated. And you can configure email also, the report should be sent over the email. So you can configure both options, notable option also, as well as you can configure this option also. In the notable alert, you will not get the attached report, but only alert you will get. The report has been generated like this. Okay. And you can configure at the same time, you can configure email. So email will get the link of the report to download, or it will get the attached CSV. So you can get the attached CSV if you want. But most of the time, a big report, you will have a link to download, because on the email, there's some limit sometime, 25 MB, 30 MB like this in a company. 1 GB of report you may not get on the email, right? So in that case, you can get the link option, right? So that you'll get a link to download the report. Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Similarly,
So just one question. So can you please tell what is notable?
I will tell you, notable is nothing but the alert. Notable is nothing but the alert.
Like
One
notification.
notification, right? Notification.
Okay, thank you.
That means it will notify when report is generated, like?
Right. If you schedule that, configure the notable action, notable in the search head, then alert you will get it here. It will generate the alert here. Okay, as an alert. Sorry, not here. Under the message tab, under here, under the triggered alert. Under the triggered alert. Under the trigger alert, here you'll get the notification. Here you'll get the notification triggered alert. So what happens is, and once you configure notification notable under the enterprise security correlation role, then you'll get the notable under the incident review. These are the notable. I have not explained about the enterprise security so far. I'm going to explain you today. So once you schedule it, then you'll get the alert here only. So notable is nothing but the incident or alerts. So you'll get the notable here like this. These are the alerts. Notable, you can say notable. Type is notable, you can see. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, quick question, sir. So, sir, are those alerts and notables also can link to the Outlook groups? Like, let's say we have a
Email,
right? So that will
email you can write like a report. I have given the option, right? Email, send an email. Similarly, when you create a correlation rule, you have the option to configure email alert.
email alerts.
So you can get an alert. You can configure individual email ID, or you can configure group of email ID, right? Everybody can get an alert, email alert.
Okay, thanks.
So now, as I said yesterday, you can save dashboard also. Let's say same case. I want to create a dashboard for top 10 firewall inbound source IP address, right? Same query. Here inbound traffic, you want top limit equal to 10. For 10, you do not try to need to like eliminate also, but top means 10 only. But source IP, right? So you can create a dashboard for that. Last 24 hours. What are the top 10 source IP address inbound means outside. It will show the public IP address last 24 hours. Okay. So IP version should not be protocol version, protocol hyphen version equal to IPv4. So here you look at the visualization, right? The dashboard is called as dashboard. Visualization is nothing but the dashboard, right? You can change the various dashboard format, which format you want. Bar chart, pie bar chart, right? And you can save this. You have a static table also, the content. So you can see it here, which IP address, you can see same IP address, how much the top 10 IP address, top 10 source IP address inbound, right? Deny, which are being denied on the firewall as of now. So you can save it, click here, and you can save as a dashboard, new dashboard. Top 10 firewall deny events inbound, right? So permission private or share in the app. So if you share in the app, you will see in all the apps where we have dashboard. So you can share in the app, right? You can select classic dashboard. This is some new dashboard has been introduced.
So is there a difference in like visualization between Classic and Dashboard Studio, or
Some new option has been introduced on the new dashboard.
I was trying it yesterday, but I couldn't understand like which design to select and all. If you go to the Dashboard Studio,
This is recently has been introduced.
see this grid absolute.
Need to explore this option.
Okay.
So panel title, you can give panel title if you want to give it. This is optional. Bar chart, static table. So right now we have selected bar chart. So later on you can change static table you want to see or bar chart you want to see, right? Bar chart, this is the bar chart. You have two options, right? Either static table or chart. So I have selected chart, but so right now I have selected chart, but later period, right now is a bar chart, pie chart. If you want to change or any other chart you want to change, you can change. But right now it is giving only one option. Once you save it, then you can change. So you have two options, either visualization or static table, right? Click on save. View dashboard. Now dashboard has been created. If you go on the dashboard, you can see your dashboard. If you go on the dashboard from here, you can see your dashboard directly from here also. Top 10 firewall deny event inbound. This was the we created, right?
Yeah.
And here you can change the you have option to change the let's get downloaded. So here you can change the visualization. You can see here, select visualization. Right now, this was the visualization, right? So you can change the visualization. If you want a pie chart, you can change the pie chart, right? Bar chart, horizontal bar chart, right? Vertical, you can change it. If you want to change the query also, backend query, right now what we have created backend query. If you want to change that query, you can click it here, edit search, and this query, if you want to change anything, you can change it and you can save it. Right now it is running for last 24 hours. If you want to run for 60 minutes, you can change the timing. Right now, no auto refresh. You want auto refresh every 30 seconds? You can configure auto refresh to every 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, like that. Right now, it is not auto refreshing, but you can configure auto refresh also. Okay. You can convert to report also. So that same can be converted to report as well. Clear?
So we can also download in these formats.
You can print option you had, right? You have export option also. CS but CSV, XML or JSON. Means static or table format, but you have print option. Print option कहाँ गया? यहाँ पर नहीं है. Export to PDF.
Sir, there was a print option.
Yes, we have print option as well in third options.
अच्छा, export to PDF में देखते क्या है. ये आ गया. ये export to PDF में we'll get PDF. Okay. And similarly, you can see the print option. The print option कहाँ गया? Print option.
Sir, in the export
उसी में
drop down,
sir, third option.
export drop down, last one.
Print option, similarly you will get the print option also. Printer if you want to print, or you can save as a PDF. Okay, or right click and create a print like this also.
Sir, mainly a report or dashboard, what is the difference?
Nothing. Same dashboard. If you want to click report, download the logs.
So why there are two options? Because if there is no difference, then there
There is
should
no
be
report means if already dashboard is created, right? But you want to export the logs from that dashboard which is already created. So that option is given. A report to dashboard to report means you can create from dashboard to report as well as export the logs from that. Option is given whether you use it or not use it, but option is given. Okay.
And sir, if if I want to add more things like in this dashboard only, so how can I add again? Like
What?
one more different query I want to add in this particular dashboard, like
Which
edit
query?
search,
Edit search, edit search.
edit search.
In the
no.
search option.
There is one pie chart over here with one query. Now I want to add some other query in this dashboard only.
Same only edit search. When you edit the backend query, it will give you the new pie chart.
I'm not asking about the I'm not asking about editing the query. I'm asking like in the dashboard we have different charts. Like I want to show some other thing. Like it's for denied traffic. Now I want to see something about allowed traffic. So how can I edit? Like how can I add that query also in the same dashboard? Because we can see different charts in the same dashboard, right?
I think the same answer again, but Solo will be the
You
best
can
person
just
to
edit.
answer.
You can just edit your query.
Wait,
But if
sir,
I have
is it
added
possible?
that query, it will change only that particular pie chart, right?
Sir, is
Or
it possible to have two charts, two
I
different
got
charts?
it. I got it. I got it. What she's saying, but I want
Yeah.
you to explore that option. That option is there.
You need to open the
I
same.
want you to explore that
edit
option. That
copy
option is
and
visible
then
there
edit.
only. I want you to explore option. If you do not get it, ask me next class.
okay,
Sir,
thank
you
you.
can give us the hint at least.
That option is there. That option is there. Go on the edit and that option is there. You can add.
I think it's a kind of like sir copy paste and then
He's asking to display somewhere, right? How we can have multiple dashboard on the same dashboard. Like one here in one panel, you have one dashboard, two dashboard, three dashboard, four. This is how you are asking, right?
Yes, sir. Like different queries in same.
Right. That option is there, which is easily visible. I want you to do this research. Okay.
Okay.
If you do not get it, you let me know.
sir, also
R&D.
company,
I
but sir,
will
also
tell you.
company give you three monitors also, right?
What?
No,
Company
no.
also provide you three monitors, two monitors.
No, but
Yes.
in one dashboard we use so many
No,
things like
two monitor means what? What do you say?
Sir, I mean, when I was in production support, I was having three monitors, right?
But what happens is in one full monitor, if you monitor only one dashboard, that is not very good, right? Only one dashboard if you monitor. So what ideally will happen is under one dashboard only, one monitor only, you will have multiple dashboard where you can monitor one dashboard, two dashboard here, third dashboard, fourth, fifth. So you have some kind of dashboard here, some kind of chart here you will have, right? Some kind of chart here, some other chart here, right? This kind of thing you will have. Top 10 deny traffic, top 10, let's say top 10 ports, right? Top 10 applications, top 10 protocols, this kind of different dashboard you'll be having under one.
One
So
monitor,
basically,
different
this
tabs.
is one dashboard, this is two dashboard, right? So here you, for example, here you'll get firewall related dashboard, 6 dashboard related firewall under one panel, right? Second panel, you have Windows related dashboard, maybe. Third panel, you will have, let's say, a DNS related dashboard. Fourth panel, you have email related. So once you click on the firewall, you'll get firewall related dashboard. Once you click on the DNS, you'll get all DNS related dashboard. So you can see, okay, everything is fine or not, right? That you can do. Enterprise security, these dashboards are already created. Under one dashboard, you already have multiple dashboard added. But is the option available to customize that? You can create yourself as well.
Like, sir, mostly we use, like, for SOC analyst, we have to create that kind of dashboard, like, so that they can say, they can see new alerts or assign alerts or this.
And for that is already there. For that, it is already there in enterprise security.
So, sir,
Okay.
so the
Hmm.
application enterprise security does contain those kind of features easily to
This
access.
already, this dashboard, it's already there. And but you have option to create this dashboard in search head also, searching and reporting app. Apart from the enterprise security also app also, you can create these kind of dashboard. Apart from that, for alert monitoring, where you monitor alerts and everything, that is inbuilt feature of Splunk Enterprise Security. I'm just going to explain you. That only I'm going to explain. Okay, so that is inbuilt feature of Splunk Enterprise Security where you can monitor. Okay.
Sir, whether a flipping dashboard option is available?
What?
Flipping dashboard option.
Means what?
Like changing in a certain interval, after 1 minute, another dashboard I need to visualize.
No, that
automatic
default
change.
option is not there. Maybe third-party tools or something you can use for flipping.
Okay, sir.
When you are presenting somewhere, then you have to flip, right? Not on your monitoring dashboard.
Company will spend money, they will.
Let's say in the big display somewhere, right? Then you will flip. Okay, sometimes see this one, change this one, change and then change it like this. Okay. Okay, so what I was telling is, I am going to share one session to you that you have to watch, which is the part of searching and reporting, but advanced, on which I talk about event type, text, and data model. What? Event types. Event types. अरे कहाँ गए पेन? इंक खत्म हो गई लगता है इसकी. मुझे लगा इंक खत्म हो गई. Event types, tags, and data model. What is event type, tags, and data model, right? And with example that I have covered in one session. And second session, I talk about that eval command that I was talking about. This advanced command, eval command. That
So
you have
is
to
it event types, logs, and data model, right?
right. Event types, अच्छे से लिखा नहीं है writing. Event types, tags and data model. Event types, tag, and data model. Okay, and this is eval command. Usage of eval command. This is both are the part of searching and reporting. Right, just give me a moment, okay?
Can anybody help me? Is it eval command or it's an event command?
It's eval command, EVEAL, huh?
Okay, something different word.
Evaluation. So the short form of evaluation.
Thank you.
Talking. 9%. On time. 12:46. Dharmavaram. So hello, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
So what happened when we started? We understand the requirement of SIM, right? We understand there are two objectives that we have to, achieve with the SIM. One is to collect the real-time logs from all your network devices, security device, servers, application databases, right? Collecting the logs, parsing the logs, normalizing the logs, right? And keep the logs for a long time. Understand? And searching and reporting. This was the one objective. Another objective is real-time monitoring, correlation, and alerting. That was the second objective, right? So in order to achieve these two objectives, we have to deploy the SIM, right? Yes or no? So we wanted to achieve these two objectives from Splunk. Splunk is one of the SIM. We talk about the architecture of the Splunk. What we understand is Splunk is an enterprise level of SIM tool. So it has multiple deployment model. One is single instance deployment for testing environment, POC environment, right? Or a small departmental store. We can use single instance deployment, enterprise deployment, where one instance can collect the logs, parse the logs, index the logs, and search the logs. But for the enterprise environment, the deployment model will be distributed, right? Where you will have different components for doing the different activities. Understand? Then we talk about indexer, high forwarder, we talk about indexer and searcher. We understand for the extended requirement, we may have multiple indexers connected with each other, right? To bear the extended load, right? That topology we call as indexer cluster. And when search head are connected with each other to handle the extended searching load, we call as search head cluster. We understand high forwarder we deploy locally in each and every data center. Collect the logs locally and then forward the logs to indexer, then replicate the logs with each other, index and replicate the logs. Yes or no? Indexer do the double work. Indexer indexer do the indexing also and participate in searching also, in the sense they reply in retrieving the logs in order to the search requests sent by the search head, right? So always you will see you will have more indexers compared to search head. If, for example, if you have let's say 8 indexer, then you may have 3 to 4 search heads. Understand? So almost double indexer you'll be having, because indexer have the double work as well, right? We understand indexers keep the logs on multiple indexes. We understand the use of indexes, why we need to have multiple indexes, right? So that searching will be faster. We can give the role-based access, different retention period requirement we can meet. Firewall logs required 3 years. Windows log required 2 years, right? We want to give the access to the Windows team, to the Splunk. We can give only Windows index access. Understand? Searching will be faster because now logs are not being stored on single index. It is being stored on multiple different storage, right? So we can, while searching the logs, we can give index is equal to main or index is equal to firewall, right? Right now, we did not, in our searches, we did not start with index equal to main or index is equal to firewall, because in our query, the logs were stored under the main index, right? Otherwise, every time before you start your query, you have to define index equal to firewall, index equal to Windows, then you have to start your query. If all index logs are stored on the main index, one index only, then you do not write, because by default, the query will be sent to the main index, right? So we understand there are different indexes, right? 15 indexes are by default in the latest version. Out of that, one index is the default for collecting log from end device, which is the main index. Rest 14s are internal indexes. We understood within particular index, there are multiple type of buckets, right? There are how many type of buckets? There are 5 type of buckets. Hot, warm, and cold,
Frozen.
which keep the data, which actually keep the data for what retention period you have configured, while frozen is the external storage, right? Which is optional if you want to archive your data after reaching the certain retention period that you have configured. So if you want to restore the data which have been already archived,
Hard.
forensic condition, then it will be restored in the hot bucket. Right? How long you want to manage the data, how you want to store the data, that can be configured as the retention period. Yes or no? So data will move from hot to warm, warm to cold. The data which is there in the hot bucket will be the fastest searchable data. Understand? So what we understand, in the indexer cluster, we have the cluster master, right? In search head cluster, we have the captain, right? We deploy the apps using cluster master, and the search head cluster, we do it through deployer. We understand configuration management of a Splunk Enterprise can be done through multiple ways. One is through GUI. We can change the configuration, and I through CLI command line, and
Edit the
one way is to by directly editing the configuration file. You understand? Splunk store all the configuration on the backend configuration file, inputs.conf, output.conf, deployment client.conf, indexes.conf. These are the different configuration files, right? So Splunk do not store all the configuration in a single configuration file. There are different configuration file to avoid the complexity, to make the configuration systematic. Understand? So we can deploy the apps also on the Splunk. Apps are of two types, apps and add-ons. Right? Add-ons can do the normalization. For normalization, we deploy the add-on the search head. Yes or no? Use add-on, we can do the configuration management also. Right? For unified forwarder, you want to do the configuration changes, we can deploy the add-on through deployment server. After doing the configuration changes, input.conf, output.conf, do the changes and deploy the add-on. Yes or no? Heavy forwarder also, any changes we can do and deploy the add-on. Through deployer, upload the add-on and deploy it on search head to do configuration changes. Understand? And add-ons also having the inbuilt knowledge object, such as tags, event type, and data model, that we will learn on that session. What is event type, tags, and data model, which enables you for faster searching. It has inbuilt kind of queries. Your tags, data models, and event type are nothing but the kind of queries. What you query you write, right? Those having inbuilt queries, right? So add-on will have the inbuilt queries also. For example, Windows add-on will have some inbuilt Windows queries. For example, Windows failed login, Windows successful login, account enable, account disable, authentication failure. These kind of queries, it will have inbuilt. So we can utilize those queries, right? So add-on will having these queries that we call as like tags, event type, or data models. You got our mind? So we design the architecture now, we deploy it, right? Now, then after deploying it, we understood how to get the logs. I mean, once we deploy the architecture, we were ready, right, to get the logs. Then we understand how to integrate devices. Collecting the data from the devices, we have to connect these devices with Splunk, with your SIEM. This process is nothing but called as integration of devices, right? How many data sources are forwarding the logs to your Splunk or your SIEM, we call as how many devices are integrated. How many devices have been onboarded, right? Data source integration, device onboarding, log source integration is nothing but the different word, but same meaning, right? So we talk about how to integrate devices, right? We talk about Windows device integration, Linux device integration, or any kind of syslog device integration, how to get the data into your Splunk, right? After getting the data in, now we understand at the time of attack, whenever we need the data, we need not to log in on each and every devices. Yes or no? Because all the data is coming on your Splunk, right? You can write the query, firewall logs you're looking for. You can write the query to firewall, Windows logs you're looking for, Linux logs you're looking for, router log you're looking for. You can write the query and you can get the logs. No need to log in on each and every devices. Just write the query, get the logs, analyze the log, download the log in CSV format. JSON and XML format also we can download, but that is for third-party sub tools, right? We cannot read as a human JSON or XML format. CSV format, we can download the logs and analyze all of the Splunk itself. We can write various SPL query to do the proper analysis. While when we do the analysis on some other SIM tool, like for example, ArcSight or QRadar, we usually download the log in CSV format, then apply the pivot for the log analysis, threat hunting, pivot or filtering. But in the Splunk, we need not to apply that because Splunk has a lot of data analytics command. We can analyze on the Splunk itself by applying certain commands. We use a stats command, we use sort command, right? The filtering and everything, we use sort command, descending order, ascending order, all we can do in the Splunk itself. Splunk is a better data analytics tool than your Excel. Excel is also data analytics tool, right? We analyze the data in this Excel. So Splunk is better data analytics tool than Excel. So why will you use Excel when you have a Splunk already, right? So analysis will do on the Splunk itself. Then you need final result to be downloaded to share to someone. Then you can download on the CSV format, right? While analysis you can do on the Splunk itself, right? So little practice is required to use the various command, but Splunk is having very rich language, which is SPL, right? So we understand how we can search the logs. Now we understand, okay, we understood that we can search the logs in the Splunk. So at the time of attack,
Sir, last 15 minutes were so good revision.
that is the reason I
Yes.
revise. So now at the time of attack, we can search the logs on this Splunk, right? And download the logs. But is attacker going to tell you that, okay, tomorrow tomorrow 10 o'clock, I am going to launch an attack. So be ready on your search head and download the logs and analyze it. This attacker is going to call you. Anyways, you understand, okay, not to log in on each and every device, you have a Splunk. But is attacker is going to inform you already? Tomorrow be ready. By 12 o'clock, I will launch an attack. So be ready and download the logs and analyze it. The answer is no. Attacker is not your relative, right? Attacker may attack to your network at any point of time, anytime. Maybe it's morning, evening, night, overnight, midnight, anytime. Yes or no? Yes. That means what? That means whatever logs coming in, you understand, whenever any attack will happen, any suspicious activity, malicious activity will happen, it will record in the form of logs only. Either it's malicious activity or legitimate activity. All we will record in the form of logs, right? And it will come on your SIM, right? Maybe some activity is malicious, some activity not malicious, but all. That means an attacker may attack at any point of time. That means all the activities you have to monitor, right? When 24/7, 365 days. Yes or no? Yes. All activities, all logs you have to monitor 24/7, 365 days. Because attacker may launch an attack at any point of time. You got a point what I'm saying? But the problem here is these logs, can you monitor 24/7? Can you monitor?
No.
No, sir.
No, you can't monitor. Why?
I mean, not a single person can monitor. We need
All the
multiple
locks they
people to
can't
monitor.
They are
monitor.
huge in number, sir, so they cannot be monitored.
Because these locks are huge in number. Maybe in typical IT infrastructure, maybe you have 10,000 to 15,000 EPS means
Event per second.
event per second. Means in 1 second, you have 10,000 to 15,000 event per second. That means every single blink of your eyes, next 10,000 logs are coming in. Every single blink of eye, it's refreshing and next 10,000 logs coming in. Will you able to analyze this 10,000? You never know, right? In this 10,000 even which logs is suspicious, which set of logs are suspicious. भाई एक सेकंड के अंदर 10,000 न्यू लॉग्स आर कमिंग and next second it is changing. So will you be able to monitor and analyze whether it is suspicious or not? Whether any of these logs are suspicious or not? Will you able to?
No.
Then, but as per the previous class, there are some certain structures there, like login failure is in like the human errors. That is certain who's the important log.
But you will not come to know, right? Because 10,000 at the same time it is coming. So which is login failure? What is suspicious? How will you come to know? Because you need time, right, to see that log, to open that log and analyze it. Get in mind? These logs are huge, 10,000, 15,000. But however, so you understand it's difficult as a human being, right? Even you have 50, 20, 25 analysts also, still it is very, very difficult to open. It's kind of impossible because every second means every blink, 10,000. You will not even click on one log. Once you click, it will refresh and it will give new logs. Yes or no? But if you are having knowledge, how to analyze and check what activity is suspicious, what activity not suspicious. Let's say instead of 10,000 event, let's say if you have in 5 minutes, 10 logs are coming in. Let's say 5 logs are coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, if you know how to analyze the logs, then you can analyze, right, this 5 logs in 10 minutes and check which activity is suspicious, which activity is not suspicious. Get it, mind? You have knowledge how to analyze the logs. So these 5 logs, if I have given you 10 minutes, you can analyze, right, and check which activity is suspicious, which activity not. These logs you are not able to analyze because these are high in number. But you have knowledge of log analysis and check which activity is suspicious and which activity is not suspicious, means what is true positive and false positive. It is suspicious or not suspicious. Yes or no? Whether it's legitimate activity or suspicious activity, you know, your concept is clear. But the problem is these are huge number of logs, large number of logs. Hence, you cannot analyze. But number of logs are less than you can analyze. Your concept is clear. But as a human being, these logs are huge in number. Yes or no? You tell me one thing. Have I given a calculator example in your class? Example of calculator?
Yes, sir. Given, sir.
कैलकुलेटर का एग्जांपल दिया आपकी क्लास में?
दिया था. Yes, sir.
दिया था. Did I ask you to calculate something?
Yes, sir.
Did I ask you to calculate this? Any number?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. दिए थे.
Yes, yeah.
Even, right? So what I wanted to say you here, that if I ask you how much it is? 900.
900.
If I ask you, you can tell me how it is, how much it is, 50. But if I give you the complex calculation, how much it is? You will not be able to do that right now. It's complex calculator. You need time. But the one thing is your concept is clear. As a human being, you will take time, right? This you have done fast because this was the easy, right? But this is a complex calculation. It will take time for you, but you can definitely do that because your concept is clear. If your concept is clear about these operators, right, then you can definitely do that, but it will take time for you, right? So what you have done is to simplify that, to make it faster, what you have done? What you have done? No, you have developed a calculator, right? You have developed a calculator, right? क्या हो गया? हाँ, you have developed a calculator, and calculator, you ask calculator do the calculation, and calculator ask you, how will I calculate? How will I understand when to do the multiplication? Then you said, when this sign is there, do the multiplication. You define the whole concept, addition, right, subtraction and division. And once you do that, display the result on the display as an action. Do that calculation and display the result on the monitor. Yes or no? Your concept was clear, but you were slow as a human being, right? Then you have given the logic to the calculator. Logic was yours only. Yes or no? Calculator does not have its own sense. Sense were given from you only. But calculator can make it fast. Calculator is very fast. Yes or no? But logic is from you. You are not fast, right? You develop the logic, and calculator can make it faster than you. You got a mind? Clear this concept, right? So you define the logic, calculator perform, and as an action display the result, right? Similarly, if you know the logic, similarly here, you know the logic, right? Which event is suspicious, which event is not suspicious, right? In that case, you can ask your Splunk to monitor each and every event on behalf of you, because this 10,000, 15,000 in per second, you cannot monitor as a human being, but this tool can monitor. Calculator can calculate, right, and display the result immediately. While you may take 5-10 minutes for certain calculation, but while you write enter, immediately you will get the result, right? Similarly, you cannot monitor 10,000, 15,000 events and check which event is suspicious, which event is not suspicious, but your calculator, your SIM tool, your Splunk can monitor and can check. So you ask your Splunk to monitor and tell you which event is suspicious, which event is not suspicious, monitor it. So Splunk will ask you, okay? Splunk will tell you, okay, that's okay, boss, I will do that for you. But on what basis I will check? I will decide which event is suspicious, which event is not suspicious, and what action has to be taken, right? So this logic, so we have to define the logic, right? How Splunk will design, right? So we have to define the logic. The logic is nothing but the condition.
Correlation.
Right? Logic is nothing but the what? Condition. And condition is nothing but the query. Condition. Condition is nothing but the search query. Your search query. Let's say, sometime even a single event can be a matter of concern. Even a single event can be a matter of, for example, let's say we have some critical servers or critical firewall, critical network or security devices. If firewall gets down, it will generate how many events? One event only. If firewall gets down, it will generate an event that firewall got down. It's a high severity incident, right? The firewall got down. You understand? Any critical server which have the critical application, business application hosted where lakhs of users are accessing that application, it's a business impact, huge business impact. It's severity one incident. If server gets down, it will generate one event only, right? Are you getting a point what I'm saying? So sometime even a single event, matter of concern, Certain time, few event may not be a matter of concern, but if more event are similar type generated within short period of time, it can be a matter of concern. For example, if you're login on Windows device, let's take what Windows example. If you log in on the username, what's your name? Venkat. From username Venkatesh is log in to one of the machine, login failure happen. Let's say in 1 minute, there are 3 login failure happen. 3 event came to the Splunk, 3 login failure. Is this a matter of concern?
No.
It's a matter of concern, 3 login failure.
No,
No,
it is
sir.
not.
You understand 3 can be normal because maybe by possible he mistyped the password. He may have forgot the password. It's not a matter of concern, right? But if you see in 1 minute, there are 200 login failure for the user Venkat. Is this a matter of concern?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you understand certain times maybe 1 or 2 event is not a matter of concern, same event. But within short period of time, if there are more event, it can be a matter of concern. If there are 200 login failure, may be possible that somebody is trying to do the brute force using Venkat username and trying multiple combination of password, username password to get the access of this machine using Venkat username, and resulting every time when a script is running with a different password, every time fail attempt is happening, and every time event is being generated and coming on this Splunk. So 200 event in single minute. It's a matter of concern, right? Understand? Maybe it's kind of brute force attempt, brute force activity. So in this case, single event is not a matter of concern, but 100 event, 200 event is coming within short period of time, it can be a matter of concern. So certain times, even a single event is a matter of concern for certain cases, and certain cases, maybe a similar trend is a matter of concern. Similar trend, number of event of similar matter of concern. You got a point? So we have to define if that we have to define the condition, and we have to define the number of event. How many? Are you getting my mind? So now let's say critical server shutdown. I have to monitor critical device shutdown. Let's say I have to monitor. So I have to tell, right? Splunk will ask the logic. How will I decide? So logic means condition, right? So server shutdown or device shutdown. For that, to detect that log, I have to define a search query. How you write a search query, right? Same search query, I have to define it here. So that Splunk can search those logs. Device shutdown. What device you want to shut down? That device shutdown query you have to write. Windows shutdown. So we have to write vendor product code Microsoft Windows, and if shutdown activities, either some name will capture as shutdown, or maybe because of event ID, shutdown captures. If you have firewall, then vendor or source type you capture, and when shutdown happen, you check it out under which field it captures shutdown or event ID or something, you identify and write the query. Right? Then you have to write number of event. Number of event, in case of shutdown, it is 1. Right? End time. If 1 minute, let's say 1 minute. If 1 minute, even a single event generated, if all 3 matches, it's a matter of concern then we can configure action. Then after that, so it's a condition whole, and then we configure action. Are you getting what I'm saying? Right? We can configure action, generate an alert, generate an alert, generate an alert. Alert means incident or notable. Alert means notable or incident, like this, right? Or send email notification. Send email notification. This kind of action we can configure, right? So what happens in this case, we have given 1 event in 1 minute. Let's say Windows login failure. So we configure Windows login failure condition here. Let's say you want 100 event in 1 minute or 2 minutes, what we can configure. So if in 2 minutes there are 100 event, then only it will generate an alert. If less than that, it will not generate an alert. Understand? So you can see this particular, this is called as rule. This rule is correlating the condition. You can see condition along with number of event and the time. Correlation is happening, right? If anything is not matching, either condition is not matching, right? Or number of event or time is not, within time is not matching, it will then not take any action, right? It's a correlation. So real time, it's correlating. Real time is because we have 1 minute, 2 minute, right? So it's close to real time only, now only. So real time monitoring means all logs are being monitored against this rule, because this is not the only one rule. For different condition, maybe 50, 60, 70 different rules we'll have for different devices, different condition to monitor the malicious activity. We'll write the different malicious activities condition, right? So maybe 50, 60, 70 rules we have. So real-time monitoring means all these rules are being monitored based on the live log which are coming in. Correlation, it's being correlated, and alerting. Alerts are being generated, right? So your enterprise security actually doing the second objective, real-time monitoring, correlation, and alerting. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So real-time monitoring, correlation, and alerting, right? So condition you have to write, event and time. And when you create this condition, we have to write the name of the role. Name of the role, role name of the role. So for what purpose you are creating, right? So that name you write, and then you write the condition, and then you configure the action.
So, sir, here rule means use case.
Right, either you call a correlation rule, analytics rule, use cases.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
It's nothing but the different words, same meaning. So, better. So what happened now? Instead of monitoring billions of logs per day and 10,000, 15,000 events per second yourself, now you are not going to monitor 10,000 per second, right? So now you write 60, 70 rule, correlation rule. Now, instead of, so, in the form of this correlation rule, Splunk is going to monitor on behalf of you. And once any of these rule will matches, it will generate an alert. Right on this, right? Generate an alert. So now instead of monitoring 10,000, 15,000 even per second, you monitor few alerts. When those correlation rule matches, right, they will generate an alert or incident, right? So you will monitor these incident. Once it will matches, generate an incident alert, right? These alert, there is an incident review tab. So these alert you'll monitor. Maybe in a day, you may have 1,000, 2,000 alerts. In case of high environment where you have some false positive alert also triggering, you may have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 alert. But you can understand, you have 1 billion or many billions of logs per day, right? So instead of monitoring billions of logs, you are monitoring few hundred of alert. Are you got your mind? How much you are monitoring? Few hundred. So alert is nothing but the kind of event only, right? So few hundred event, instead of billions of event per day, you're monitoring only few hundred. Are you got your mind? So these are the alert which have been generated as a part of correlation rule that you create. You create a correlation rule, right? Splunk will monitor, your SIEM will monitor. Once any of the rule condition fully matches, it will generate an alert. So this is the alert where alert will get generated. This is the dashboard. So this alert you have to monitor and analyze. Because why you have to analyze? Because condition matches, but sometimes even those alerts are not suspicious. It will alert get generated. Because it is not certain that all alerts which have been generated are suspicious activity only. Many times alert has been generated, but once you check, you found that that is the legitimate activity, not a suspicious activity, right? So you cannot rely on the alert that all the alert are suspicious activity only, and all the alert we have to take the action, block the IP address or isolate the machine like that. No. That's the reason you guys are here. Get your mind? Once the alert generated, this is the incident review dashboard where the alert will be you can review the alert, and each and every alert you have to analyze and check whether it is true positive or false positive. True positive means alert has been triggered. Let's say alert name was successful traffic from blacklisted IP address. Successful firewall connection from blacklisted IP address. The alert is saying that successful firewall connection from blacklisted means some outside IP address connection has been successful, but the IP address is blacklisted. That is the meaning of that alert. Successful connection from blacklisted IP address on the firewall. Means firewall has allowed the connection, right? But IP address is blacklisted, right? So alert is showing that IP address is blacklisted. Of course, if IP address is blacklisted and it is allowed, as an action, we have to block that IP address. Yes or no? But before blocking it, you have to verify. Means you have to analyze. Verify means you have to check the logs, how many logs, even one log or rule is saying that, let's say 20 logs generated, right? Then you may search the last 24 hours logs and check it out, how many total logs generated. Because let's say the query was written, if there are 20 events in 1 minute, as per the rule, if there are 20 events generated successful in last 1 minute, then alert will be generated. But there might be possible that this activity is happening since yesterday or before yesterday, but it did not reach 20 in 1 minute before. Hence, alert did not generate. Yes or no? It reached 20 just now, hence alert generated just now. So once you write this query for that particular IP address for 24 and 48 hours, you will come to know how many total numbers you have. Maybe numbers are more, not just 20. Are you getting my point? So you'll analyze and check total number of logs for previous 24 or 48 hours. And then you check it out whether that particular IP address is really blacklisted. Belongs to which company, which country, do we have business, or means you will analyze, you will verify whether the IP is really blacklisted and do we need to block it? Do we need to actually take the action or not? This is called as analysis, investigation, right? Means we have to check true positive. So if you found that yes, IP is blacklisted, poor reputed, we don't have business, and action has to be taken as blocking the IP address, then this particular incident is called as true positive. What do we call as true positive? Means what alert is saying, after investigation analysis, you also found the same. You found alert is saying successful connection to blacklisted IP address. After analysis, you also found the same. Yes, it is blacklisted. An action has to be taken. And that alert action has to be taken. This alert is called as true positive. Right? And other situation, alert has been triggered. Same alert. But you found that IP is not blacklisted. That's a customer IP address and no action is needed. Means alert is showing as wrong. That alert is called as, or incident is called as false positive. Understand? So whenever alert is triggered, incident analyst will analyze the alert or incident and check whether it's true positive or false positive. If false positive, we'll close the case here only in the Splunk only and mention that false positive and close it. If it is true positive, then we have to create a case, because as a SOC analyst, we don't have option to all the time take the action on all the incident. So we have different team. For example, in this case, we will create the incident and assign to the firewall team for further action to block the IP address. In that case, we will raise the incident, attach all the logs on the incident. That will cover it here. So, and ask them to block it on the firewall. So we'll raise the incident, create the incident, and assign to firewall team to take the further action. So this incident is called as true positive. So true positive also, we'll close it here for now, because we already raised the incident and there it is already open, right? But in the Splunk, we close the incident, marking that this is true positive incident and ticket number, this one has been raised. So we have to create the ticket for that. So what is ticketing tool, that will explain. So, and email also we can send the alert, right? So
Sir, also true negative and false negative also.
So that is the homework for you. Next we will discuss true positive and false positive. But I want you to do the research. What is true negative and false negative? I was just supposed to tell you, but I missed that word. And you asked true negative and false negative. Just one liner to understand, one line to understand. Okay. But I want you to understand. We'll discuss in the next class true negative and false negative. So, write the homework, true negative and false negative. So you understand, right? Once incident trigger, you will check it's true positive or false positive, right? If it is false positive, you will close the incident immediately here after checking it, right? And true positive, you will raise the case and assign to respective team, right? And you will close the case as a true positive here, but close, right? And you mention the respective ticket number. So the reference number here, you mention on the comment, right? So, SOC analyst, basically, if you talk about the specific SOC analyst job, that's a SOC analyst job. As a specific L1 job. If L1 job you're talking about as an analyst job, that's the analyst job. This analyst, being an analyst here, if up to 3-year experienced people, right, who are SOC L1, they actually monitor this tab, incident review 24/7. Once you log in to your company, office laptop or desktop, you will open this Splunk Enterprise Security, right, or whatever tool you are using. Either Sentinel, Splunk, ArcSight, or QRadar, any tool you are using, right? This incident channel or dashboard, you will monitor. Are you got your mind? So, and check true positive, false positive, depend on the shift, depend on which shift you are in, right? There are 3 shifts. There are 3 shifts in a SOC. Morning, maybe 6 to 3. Sorry, 6 to 3. 9-hour shift. 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. And afternoon, 2 p.m.
3 p.m. to
11 p.m.
12 p.m.
11. And night between
6 to
night 10. अरे गलत बोल दे, मेरे को कंफ्यूज कर दे. 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. 1 hour overlapping, you can see in every shift. 1 hour of overlapping, right? So let's say your name is Kailas or Kailas? Kailas. Let's say Kailas and Venkat is on morning shift, right? And who else? Anchal and Adis. Adis and Anchal were their night shift. Adis and Anchal were there in the night shift, and Kailas and Venkat in the morning shift, right? So night shift works on 10 to 7, right? So they will work on the incident till 6 o'clock, till 6:30, till 6:30. Whatever incident comes till 6:30, they have to complete. Half an hour, so they will come by 6, but maybe 15 minutes late sometimes, right? Or they will come and they will have tea or something, right? 6:15. So 6:50. So around 6:30 onward incident, they have to work on the morning shift, right? So what will happen is around 6:30 or 6:45 before they leave, they will have to give the handover, right? Handover call will happen. Maybe if they are sitting on different location, something service provider, if it is service provider shift, or if it is big company, might be for disaster recovery, they may have multi-location SOC. Let's say one SOC is in Bangalore, another SOC is in Pune. So that in case some disaster situation happen, some fire happen in the building, or some strike happen in Bangalore, people are not able to go, or some problem happen, right? Or maybe in multi multi-country also, maybe some scheme in US, other country in India, right? Mostly operations work will be handled by India because of cheaper resources and availability of the resources. You know that 40% engineers across the globe, 40% engineers are from India. Across the globe, 40%. In the world population, 40% engineers are from India. So what I'm saying is shift handover, right? So around 6:30, 6:45, they will give the shift handover. And shift handover will contain how much alert have been triggered, right? And either in high severity incident which have been triggered, severity number 1, which have the higher impact. So they will communicate the update. Any new changes have been introduced? Any changes have been done? Any changes have been done recently on the environment, or any issues is there? Apart from that, and new process has been introduced. If any new, for example, some new correlation has been created, what action has to be taken, how to analyze it? Because mostly admin will work on the afternoon shift, right? Manager will work on the afternoon shift, right? So night shift will not come to know, morning shift will not come to know. So how this will happen? Through update process. Afternoon shift will come to know, they will communicate to night shift will communicate to morning shift, right? They will document also and the shift handover little bit, and will orally they will explain also, right? So that is what content on the shift handover. In shift handover, they will in the Excel format, they will attach on the email also total how many incident was true positive, what is the ticket number and everything. They'll mention on the email as well as on the total. They will update on the Excel sheet. Even an oral update on the call or on oral at the same location, they will give the update. Certain time there is no update. Update may finish in 5 minutes. A big update maybe half an hour sometimes, right? So update call will happen. So 6:30 onwards, this one, Venkat and Kailash will work on the incident, right? So depends on the how big is the shock, right? To cover all shift, minimum 6 people is needed. Minimum shift at L1, 6 people. To cover 24/7 shift, at least 6 monitoring, even a smallest shock also, at least 6 people, 6 L1 resources are needed, 6 L1 resources. Because 3 really, but everybody will have 2 days off also. So minimum 6 people are needed. Get in mind? And depends how big the shock, how many alerts are being triggered. You may have multiple 3 people in a shift, 4 people in a shift, L1 and 2 L2, L3, right? Multiple. I'm assuming right now there are 2 people in the shift as L1. So 6:30 onwards, they will start working, right? So now let's say, so this alert, are you understanding? You guys are understanding what I'm explaining right now? Everybody on the same page?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
6:30 onward, right? 6:31, 6:32, let's say 6:45, different alert. So now, how will you ensure? Now, Kailash and Venkatesh is there, right, in the shift. So how will they decide? Because now this onwards, 6:30 onwards, they have to work on all the incident, right? So how he will decide which incident Kailash will work, which incident Venkat will work. May possible that, okay, this incident right now Kailash is working, this incident Venkatesh is working, right? May possible that this incident Kailash is also started working and Venkatesh also started working, duplication happen. May possible that this incident Kailash thought Venkatesh will work and Venkatesh thought Kailash will work, and this incident remain unattended, uninvestigated. Yes or no? So what is the criteria of investigating and understanding who will work, right? So let me tell you first, when we create correlation rule as an administrator, so what we do? We assign the severity of the incident. Severity means based on the impact. How big is the impact? For example, Windows login failure is a low severity attack alert, because most of the time brute force is not possible, because after 5 fail login, lockout will happen. What is brute force attack? Windows brute force. Why? Even though lockout happens, still we create the correlation rule. My one video is there on YouTube. You watch that session. It's like it is a homework. What is brute force attack? Did you guys watch it? During the basic session, I had given homework, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
have
have
watched.
watched.
Let's watch it again. If you have watched it, if you have not watched it, still watch. What is brute force attack? Do watch that on YouTube, okay? If somebody can share on the WhatsApp group also, that will be good. You have the link. So, what I was telling, क्या बोल रहा था मैं? हाँ, severity. So whenever we create correlation rule, so if particular rule alert has been triggered, right, generated, how severe it is. For example, if firewall got down, it's severity 1 incident, right? Big impact. If server got compromised, a big impact. So how is the, let's say if one system got compromised, system malware attack happened on one system, maybe it's a medium severity or low severity incident because one system only. If say ransomware attack happen, multiple system got compromised, it's a high severity incident because big impact. Severity is being decided based on the impact of the incident. Understand? So when we create a correlation rule between an admin, we define the severity. If alert, so what severity you have given in the correlation incident, same severity you will see on the alert being triggered. Understand? So high severity incident has to be investigated first. So even though, for example, you started 6:30 and now let's say some 6:30 alert also pending and now let's say 8:30, right? 6:30 alert is pending, but 8:31 alert triggered. And this alert is having severity 1. And these are severity 3, let's say low severity, medium severity. So this alert you will investigate first. Which is critical, right? So severity we define like this. For example, severity 1, which we call as critical. Critical. Severity 1 means critical. So either you define like severity 1 or critical. Some sim tool will return like severity 1, severity 2 like this. Some sim tool like critical, right? And severity 2 like high severity. Severity 3 like medium severity. Severity 4 like low severity. Severity 5 like informational. It is nothing but just informational. Okay. So if any alert which is critical, right, this is most severe, then this, then this, then this, then this. Get it? So you know what happens? Based on the type of SOC. Did you guys go through my video? What is SOC? What are the different type of SOC? If you want to get the detail, there is a video in YouTube. What is the different type of SOC? So let me give you a brief understanding. But for detail, you can watch that video. What is SOC and type of SOC in YouTube? So let me give you a brief understanding. The in-house or internal SOC. In-house or internal SOC means this is our company. For our own security, we have set up a SOC. Our SOC is for our own company, right? Our own company security. This kind of SOC is called in-house SOC or internal SOC. Get in mind? Other SOC is called MSSP. Means we are the service provider. MSSP means Managed Security Service Provider. MSSP. Like Accenture, Tech Mahindra, Wipro, Infosys, IBM, right? Network Intelligence, Aegis Network. These are MSSP company. Mean Managed Security Service Provider. These company providing security services. What they're providing? Cyber security, managed security service. Mean they are monitoring. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So internal SOC and MSSP means managed security service provider. So maybe possible some client who cannot manage their security themselves, they can outsource to MSSP company, right? So their SOC will be managed by these companies. Understand? That is called MSSP. Clear my point? What I'm saying? For detail, you can got the video, but you understood for now, right? MSSP means outsource project. For example, I have 5 projects. Our company have 5 projects for different companies, right? So they are just an example, right? So we are MSSP. We are providing SOC services to different clients, cybersecurity services to different clients. So we are the MSSP, and these are our clients. Clear point? Everybody is clear? So what happens is, when we take any project from the client, right? We sign the SLA, right? SLA means service level of agreement. How many first of all, we also define how many correlation rule we will have, right? And along with the discussion with the client, we review the correlation rule and we define the severity. Okay, these rules are, let's say, total 50 rules there, right? 50 correlation rule. These 10 rules are, let's say, high severity, severity 1. These 15 are severity 2. These 30 are severity 3. These 20 are severity 4, like this. We define the severity as per the communication with the client. After client approval, we finalize. And then we sign the SLA also with the client. SLA means
Service level agreement.
Service level of agreement, right? So we sign the service level of agreement. Means how soon, within what time we are going to respond to those incident based on severity. For example, high severity critical incident, 15 minutes is the SLA. It depends on company to company, but I'm talking about like kind of default, which is more popular. For example, SLA for high critical incident, 15 minutes. Means once the alert trigger, within 15 minutes, analyst should investigate and respond. Within 15 minutes. Let's say for high severity, half an hour is the SLA. Means within half an hour. Certain interview will also ask, what is the SLA in your company? How much is the SLA? For critical, 15 minutes. For high severity, half an hour. Medium severity, 4 hours. Low severity, maybe 6 hours or 1 day, like this. This is called as SLA. So within the SLA time, we have to respond, investigate and respond to the incident. If we are unable to respond within the SLA period, this is called as SLA breach or SLA violation. What is called as SLA breach or SLA violation? Breach of SLA or violation of SLA.
So this is response SLA or resolution SLA, sir?
It's called as incident response SLA.
Okay, response.
Because resolution SLA is not our hand, not in our hand. Mostly being a SOC team, we will have this incident response SLA. Because resolution means final resolution. So after blocking the IP address, let's say for example, resolution will happen, right? But that does not depend on us, because we can only respond to incident, right? We cannot block the IP address. So most of the time, resolution SLA may not belongs to us. Resolution SLA depends on various different teams. Clear point? Clear point?
Yes.
This is
Okay,
called
sir.
incident response SLA. What do we call as incident response SLA? Clear? एक क्या बताना मेरे दिमाग से निकल गया यार. एक और चीज बताने वाला दिमाग से निकल गया. चलो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. हाँ, so you understand based on severity, right? Even you have some low severity incident left already, but high severity incident trigger, you have to investigate, right? Now how will you decide which incident you will investigate, which incident you will investigate? Maybe some people are on the SOC itself and same shift, Let's say 2 people are from Bangalore, and some 2 people are there in the Gurgaon also. Other location also they're working. So how will you decide? Aaju baaju baithe ho, if you are sitting behind, okay, this incident 6:51 I'm working. 6:52, hi, login failure, I'm working. Unofficial way, right? But maybe people are sitting in multi-location, right? So how you can do that? So one unofficial way is, sometimes some people, some companies or some people follow the unofficial way, which is, like for example, you have Teams, right? Or communication app, Teams in a company. In the Teams, you can create a chat group. What? Chat group you can create in the Teams, right? Now what you can do? You can put this incident 6:31, high number of Windows login failure, 6:31, I am working. I mention. And he, Venkatesh has pinged this 6:35, successful traffic problem, IP, I am working. Like this, these guys are dropping. So that they will come to know who is working was incident. But this is unofficial way, but this is not a systematic way.
They define the
And the cherry picking will also happen.
This is not a systematic
And
way.
there is a
Yeah, people will.
chance to miss some alerts.
Right, may possible that
People-
in a smaller environment that's fine, but in bigger environment there can be miss also, right?
Yeah.
But it's unofficial way. Official way is annotation. Incident annotation. Incident annotation means all the incident, once you trigger, right, you can annotate the incident. Well, for example, let's say you have 5 people in a shift, right? Who will annotate? Let's say you have shift lead. Shift lead, 5 people already in SOC, big SOC it is, you will have shift lead. So shift lead, what will do? Shift lead will check the incident, right? The incident triggered, and he will assign the incident to particular analyst. Now, this incident, you check, and he is assigned to, let's say, Venkatesh. So along with the this incident, it will be written one field assigned to Venkatesh. Status, let's say its status was queued initially, now it will be in progress and assigned to Venkatesh. So Venkatesh can, everybody can see this incident has been assigned to Venkatesh. Venkatesh can also see. Or Venkatesh can also create one more dashboard where he can see all the incidents which have been assigned to his name and are open. Once he will close the incident, it will go on from this dashboard. So he can make 2 dashboards. One is all the incident assigned to everybody and unassigned incident all, and one dashboard is all the incident which have been assigned to Venkatesh. Everybody can create like this, right? So this systematic way, shift lead can equally distribute incident and assign to specific people, right? It is nothing but setting up the accountability, right? That, okay, this incident has been assigned to your means you have to investigate. If it is violated, that means you are responsible. Understand? Based on severity, you have to investigate within the SLA time period. Right? So this is systematic way. All incident will be assigned, means nothing will be left. And within the SLA, so shift lead you have. So while annotating, he can check the severity also. If it is high severity, he can see immediately and he can assign to someone. He can ask someone orally also that the high severity, you look into it. Right? He can write a comment also here while annotating, assign to someone, and he can write comment also. So this is for large environment. In a medium or a small environment, you can also assign to your name, annotate to your name. Let's say Kailash and Venkatesh, 2 people are there. So Kailash can annotate to his, assign to his name. Okay, this incident I'm working, assign to my name. Okay, this incident I'm assigned to my name. Venkatesh can assign to his name. Or Kailash has gone for a break for 1 hour lunch, but at that time it does not mean that Venkatesh will work on all the incident. So all low and medium severity incident, at the same time, Venkatesh can also assign to Kailash's name. He's still right now not there, not working, but once he will come, he will work, right? So he can assign to his name. So incident which have been assigned to your name, you will work. Assigned to his name, he will work. So this way, we can ensure that all incident will be worked. And during the incident annotation process, at least we have a look on incident. What severity it is, what kind of incident it is, so that there are less chances of missing any high priority or high severity incident. While annotating, at least we will have a look at once. Are you getting point? So this way we can ensure that nothing is going to miss, right? Some company we also sign the annotation SLA also. Annotation SLA also. And incident response SLA means within what period you will respond to incident, and annotation SLA means within what period you will annotate, means assign the incident. As an annotation SLA is also sometimes important. Annotation SLA is also important sometime. Why? Because while you annotating, at least you have a look on incident, right? So let's say incident for annotation is mostly 5 minute SLA. Within 5 minutes, you have to annotate the SLA, incident, each and every incident, so that it's not happen that you might be thinking that, array, in our SOC, we are not getting any high severity incident, so let's go for break altogether. Because high severity or critical incident will be rare, not coming on daily basis. And low severity, medium severity is having through 2 or 4 hours. So let's go to break together, right? May possible after 2 months, you have not seen past 2 months, you have not seen any high severity incident. So you thought, let's go for a break. And you go on for a break, at the same time, high severity incident happen, big incident happen. That's the reason some companies sign the annotation SLA also, that within 15 minutes, 5 minutes, you have to annotate the SLA. So you have to be in front of your computer all the time, someone at least, and check each and every incident. So there are less chances of missing any incident. At least during the annotation time, you will see that incident, right? So that's the reason annotation is important.
Sorry to disturb, sir. I just wanted to ask, like, this annotation is done on SIM itself?
Yes, on the Splunk or any SIM that you are using.
Okay, so whereas we do the allocation on the SIM itself, right?
Okay,
thank you.
Got it clear?
Can you show us, like,
Yes, I will show you everything here.
Okay, thank you.
Whatever I discuss, everything I will show you.
Thank you.
So can we have a break?
You can take 5-minute break, because I will not take the break. I have to go outside. I have to go to the airport. My mom and dad is coming. So I have to go to
Pick them up.
So we'll wind up early. So take 5-minute break. Then we'll wind up directly after explaining this.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So 5 to 10 minute break. 10 minute. 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Sir, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Fast, okay? 10 minutes.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
you
sir,
are
you are
audible.
audible.
Okay, we'll start now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
चलो स्टोरिंग चालू कर दिया हूँ. ठीक है. So the gap. So all that we do real-time monitoring, correlation alerting, right? SOC work on the app called as Enterprise Security App, right? So over the search head, we deploy Splunk Enterprise Security App. That is the premium app. Okay, separate license is required for that. It's not coming as free like other app that we have in the Splunk base. Splunk Enterprise Security is a premium app. For that, license is required. Okay, so you can see in the search head, this app is installed already. On drop-down box, you can see that app. Okay, so let's click on that. What?
Sir, sorry, sir. So, sir, you said this is going to require the different license, right? So, sir, now
Right.
how we going to correlate the Splunk log consuming license as well as the security license?
So, I mean, what happens is you have to buy the combination of Splunk Enterprise and Splunk Enterprise Security license that you have to buy. Splunk Enterprise Security license is not based on the usage. It is just a license. It is not based on the usage.
And the number of users should be N?
Can be anything, because total usage will be based on the GE per day, based on the Splunk Enterprise core license. It's an app license that you have to buy along with the Splunk Enterprise for Splunk Enterprise Security. It is not based on usage, how much you are utilizing. Get in mind? Usage will be based on Splunk Enterprise core license. Okay. So that's a home. Now you can click on security posture. Click on security posture. And what you can see on security posture. Overview, what is happening across your network. Overview will be there on security posture. Posture means kind of overview, right? So you can see notable means alert, okay, incident, notable means. So what happens is when we create correlation role, we can define the category of that particular role. For what category we have created. 1 minute. So access related, you can see. So when somebody has created the correlation rule, they have defined access. Category is access. So access related, endpoint related, network related. For example, firewall related correlation rule, router, switch related correlation will be taken under network related. Login failure, login success is identity related. Any changes, like the proxy configuration changes, firewall configuration changes, that will be under the audit related. Threat intelligence related, I will tell you what is threat intelligence. Like successful traffic blacklisted IP, threat IP address, right? So threat intelligence related correlation rule will take under the threat notable. So it gives an idea which category, how many alert have been triggered, right? You can see this is last 24 hours dashboard. Last 24 hours, we have 2.1K alert for access related. And you can see plus 123 means last 24 hours, it has been increased 123. Previous 24 hours. 1 minute है इसको मैं आपको थोड़ा सा मैं लोकेशन चेक कर रहा था कितना टाइम लगेगा पहुंचने के लिए. So previous 24 hours, it was 2.1K plus 123. In just 24 hours, it has been added 123 more, right? So this again, it's showing a red color because alerting more means more activity, more suspicious activity. It is not a good sign. It's a negative sign, right? Hence, it is red color. Increasing arrow means increasing, right? Upper arrow. Endpoint related 0. Network related, you can see last 24 hours to 392. Last to last, it was 292 plus 70. But it was plus 70, but last 24 hours, it has been reduced by 70. Get it mind? Identity related 0, identity related 0. Threat related, you can see 27.9K. See, in real time, it will not trigger these many, right? We have triggered because you guys are creating alerts unnecessarily, not properly fine-tuned, right? Any random condition you are typing, hence alert are being fired. Get in mind? In real time, you will not have these many alerts, right? We fine-tune the alert properly so that only will trigger mostly when there is a suspicious activity. Understand? So you will not have this many, but right now in our environment, these many because unnecessarily so many alert has been created by people like you. Fair point? So this is what the trend for threat. So now notable event by urgency. So based on the urgency means severity, right? So you can see 30,000 plus low severity and few event or 183 medium severity, right? So high and maybe critical alerts are not there, so it is not showing. So we see some posture for based on severity. Notable event over time. It's a notable event distribution, right? It's a graph when we have high, when you have low. So you can understand how our alerts are being fired, alert incident are being fired, right? If you see certain spike suddenly, so you can understand why certain spike is there. Is there any certain alert burst is there, or certain time again suddenly reduce certain alert, right? You can understand what is happening. You can investigate what is happening, why certain burst is there in certain time, right? But we can see we have similar trend, right? Almost similar trend, right? Right now it has been reduced because it's still working. It's current time only, right? So this is a trend. Notable event, top notable event. So top alert. So which particular alert is high number? You can see this particular alert. Inbound traffic from external non-private IP address somebody has created, and this is the top one. 7,544 times this alert has been triggered, right? So this top alert which is triggered, this particular access high volume detected Fortinet firewall rule somebody has created. So this has been triggered second most. the top alert which are there and what is the number it is showing. Got it? And you can see this particular alert, this particular dashboard is showing top notable event source. So in this alert, what are the source involved, right? So you can see for this particular source, 3-time correlation count, there are 3 correlation searches. This particular alert has been involved. This particular alert in 11113, right? So how this is involved, it is showing like this. So this is the security posture, right? Where you will see some overview, so you'll get an idea what is going on in your environment. Clear, clear this, everybody?
Can we customize this page? Like
This is not customizable. This is not customized. This is standard. You can do little bit changes you can do. Otherwise, it is not customizable. Like here, if you want some more parameters are there. If you want to add some more parameter, you can add it here. But most of the things are not visible. This dashboard, if you want to change in different way, you can change. But search query and everything, you cannot change. If you want duplicate you can create. But this is a standard. Duplicate of same, then you can customize. But the standard one, you cannot customize. Okay, certain thing only you can do this kind of visualization. If you want to change in different visualization, right? This kind of visualization you can change like this. Got it?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So can you please explain one more time that what is access notable and point notable? I didn't get it.
Access is the category we can tag when we create the correlation rule, right? So that correlation rule is based on what kind of activity we can tag. For example, this is network notable. So when we create any router related rule or firewall related rule, so we can tag under network related. So the network related, right? So we can tag a network category. For login, successful authentication related correlation, login successful, login failure. These are access related, right? Yes or no? So we can tag under access related. Audit means any configuration changes related rule. We can configure under audit related. So when we configure rule, we can give the category, define the category. So the alert will trigger, so it will add under that particular category. Get your mind? Endpoint related, right? Endpoint virus detected, malware detected, that's endpoint related. So it will fall under the endpoint notable. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, one question. So means here like if we create the correlation rule, like when the service account is like access more than 1,000 and the password is getting filled, so at that time only we will get the count over here.
Means one, no. One incident means one count. One incident trigger as an alert, the one count. 2 incident, 2 times have been triggered, 2 incident, right? So been triggered many times, hence this number is increased. Because many unnecessary alert has been, correlation rule has been created by people like many people in the previous batches. Hence, so many times alert have been triggered.
Okay, it means the number of times the account get filled, so we will get.
For example, you create, let's say if there are 100 login failure happen, generate an alert, right? So 100 login failure in 1 minute, it will generate one alert. Got it? So it will
Because
increase
the
by
rule-
one. It will increase by one.
Okay, so we are giving the correlation like 1 minute 1,000, then create one alert. Then
One
second.
alert.
Okay, so as per the time we are giving the time duration and alert account failure.
Right.
Okay.
As per the correlation what we have given the situation.
Right. One alert will trigger. So
Sir-
here you see so many alerts because so many people has created so many rules, right? And so many rule times they are firing. Hence, number of alerts are higher.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I got it. Access notable, endpoint notable, network notable, identity also, threat notable also. But sir, how is the audit notable here as a standard? Because what will be the rule for here as the audit notable? Like, is it based on compliance or?
No, I mean audit notable means, see, it's not compliance means, audit means what? Audit means changes related information, right?
Oh, okay. Got it,
Audit
sir.
means checking, right, what changes happen, right? So any configuration related changes, any access related changes, right, that may falls under the audit
Okay.
notable.
Like
Audit
if
means not
somebody,
auditing. Audit
yeah.
means not auditing.
Okay, sir. So it's like admin access, or maybe some
Admin privileges, some
users are going through,
right?
yeah,
Privilege
overruling the
escalation
access or something.
related, privilege escalation related, right? And some configuration changes, proxy configuration changes, firewall configuration changes happen. You configure the alert. If any changes happen, generate an alert like that. So that changes related, configuration changes related, we can add under the category of audit.
Sir, in network notable, it is like what we configured under by like in our local area network is coming under this network notable.
Network related means any network devices related alert, right?
IDS,
Router,
IPS, routers,
right?
firewalls.
Security devices, router, network device security related alert, you can tag under network related. Okay, firewall related, network related, you can tag under network related. So many category has not been created, otherwise you will not be able to keep your eyes properly. So only few categories we have is a standard, right? So network and security all will fall under the network, like firewall and all
Sir,
IPS.
honeypot, sir, if somebody fall in honeypot will also come in network?
Then it depends. So it is not automatically will happen, right? You have to assign. If you assign, for example, if you assign under endpoint, then it will fall under endpoint. If you assign under access, it will come under access. It is so you what for better understanding, you feel you should assign the relative category only, right? But if you assign under identity related, it will fall under identity related. It's up to you what category you are taking under.
Then, sir, the policy and procedure document will be also for this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, clear? So now this tab is important, which you are monitoring. Incident. I mean, important is all, but this is what that you monitor 24/7. Incident review, right? This is what you monitor 24/7 for analyzing an incident. By default, it will show last 24-hour incident which have been triggered. देखो किसी ने क्या रूल का नाम लिख दिया Z7. Somebody has written this name. So you can see this is the alert which are being triggered. So by default, last 24 we have 30,724 alert. This is not realistic, okay? Because in the company, because you guys have, I mean, you guys are not, but previous batch people, so many people like you, 100 of people, are creating different correlation rule, not writing the condition properly, right? Hence, rule is firing, right? So, a lot of alert have been triggered. In real time, it will not have like 30,000. We have to do the required changes on the alert, right? So that it will only trigger when there is a suspicious activity happen, right? What am I? So these are the alert which have been triggered. You can see in access high connection detected on Fortinet file like do this is alert name that you give, right? And this is how alert look like. You can see urgency showing as low, category access related, deposition undetermined, right? Status as new, and owner is unassigned, right? Or let's say now you can see 24 hours. So let's say I want to monitor for last 9 hours. My shift is 9 hours, right? So I want to keep it for last 9 hours. So I can keep it for 9 hours. So last 9 hours, 24 hours because it's more, right? Every time a refreshment will take time if I refresh for 24 hours. So I'll keep it for 9 hours and click on submit. Not half a minute late. 20 minutes late. So now, being a shift lead, we can annotate the incident. Okay. So if you click at arrow, it will give you all the information that I will tell you, explain later period, right? What is the IP address involved, right? What is the, severity is given here, low severity, right? Currently not investigated. What is the correlation search me correlation rule? This was the core. If you click it here, it will open the correlation rule. What condition is being written, right? What number of event, what is the time is being written, the actual correlation rule it will open. And based on that, alert has been triggered. Okay. Now, let's say now this incident as a SOC lead, you want to assign this incident, right? Are you getting everybody in the same page? What I'm explaining right now? So you can click it. You can select this incident, click checkbox, click on added selected, right? Then status. Status was new, right? You can make it in progress. Because you are assigning, right? So in progress. And you can urgency. It was low. If you want to change to medium, let's say, once you doing the annotation, you found that it was low, but actually it is medium priority, not low. Because it's not always the priority severity will not be always same. Maybe initially it was low severity, but you found impact was high, so you can change the priority severity also, right? Let's say I want to change medium. If you don't want to change, keep it empty only. Owner, to whom you want to assign. If you want to assign to yourself only, if you want to assign to yourself, click on assign to me. If some other user, you can assign to the other user. You'll get the list of all users. Since we have created the user based on the batch, right? Splunk December, Splunk October, Splunk flag like this. So otherwise, you will have username of all shift guys, right? So you can assign to whom you want to assign, right? If you want to write any comment, you can write the comment. Deposition. What?
Sorry, sir. So, sir, when you are changing in edit for urgency, will that apply for the main correlation also? It will only just for this
No.
particular.
It's for alert. Only for alert, which have been triggered.
Only for alert. Okay.
Not
sir.
of the
Okay.
correlation rule.
Okay.
Only
Okay,
for
sir.
alert it will show. So now you can see. Let's say I'm giving low only. So let's say deposition. Right now you will not change it here. You are assigning, right? For example, let's say you are assigned to Kailash, right? So deposition right now you will not select. Deposition means after investigation, what you found is true positive, false positive, right? Other undetermined like this. True positive, suspicious activity, then true positive, right? So right now it is not investigated, so you'll keep it unselected. Once Kailash to whom you assigned, he investigated, then whether it's true positive, false positive, then he will close the case and closes true positive, false positive like that, right? So click on save. But we may not be able to see that because it will get refreshed and there are so many incident firing. So one incident only assigned, right? So let's see whether it can be refreshed or not. कहाँ गया कैलाश अक्टूबर it's gone because so many alert has been fired just now. 11.3 only, so many alert has been fired. So what I'm doing is I can annotate all this at the same time. Multiple also I can alert because in our environment so many alert has been fired, right? So what alert we have assigned, it may be on other page somewhere here. Because so many alert has been firing at the same time. Hence we are unable to see that what alert.
Can we filter by assigned?
We can filter, yes. You can see this one.
Yes, this one is assigned here.
In progress and October, right? Let's say now he will investigate whatever incident has happened. Let's say he investigated. Now he have to change, close this incident. So click on edit. Now status. So status has to be resolved. He will click on resolve. Let's say this alert was false positive. This alert was false positive, right? So urgency, keep it same. If you want to change the urgency, you can change. Owner, who has, because it was assigned to Kailash only, and Kailash already resolved it, so no need to change the owner. It will take by default Kailash only. Okay. Deposition, false positive, incorrect incorrect logic, incorrect analytic means rule logic. Analytic means rule. False logic, incorrect analytic logic means rule logic. If this is false positive because of
Correlation logic.
incorrect correlation rule logic, right? So incorrect. False positive, inaccurate data. If you see the false positive because of data is incorrect means, let's say the alert been triggered because IP address was actually not suspicious. It is triggered because of suspicious IP, but you check it not suspicious. Like you can select false positive, inaccurate data, right? So these two options is for false positive, right? If you found as true positive, then any other option you can select. True positive, suspicious activity, true positive, suspicious activity, right? Or true positive, suspicious but expected, right? So true positive, suspicious activity, you can write the comment that incident number 5670. Ticketing tool also you will raise incident as well as on the email. Depend on the company to company. Some company only they will use portal. Ticketing tool means portal kind of thing. In the portal they will fetch the information and assign to some specific team, and one ticket number will get generated, right? So they will get.
Sir,
what?
sorry, sir. There was a question already in my mind, and you just bring it up. So, sir, whenever in the enterprise security app we don't have a unique ID for each event, or we do, or we can create one.
For what?
For every event, will be there enterprise security app will create a unique ID?
No, it will not.
No? Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
There is no because here we will close all the incident here. The tracking will happen on your ticketing tool, not here.
On ticket we can have a ticket number.
Yes, on ticketing tool. So if it is false positive, you just close as false positive, right? If it is true positive, every case we have to resolve the case here. Even we raise the case also, we have to resolve. Means in your Splunk or your SIM tool, it has to be resolved, right? So resolve, and then you could write, for example, IN ticket number IN 567057 has been raised and assigned to firewall team to block the IP. Get your mind? And I click on resolve. So if anybody, any manager or anybody, client, once you save it, it will resolve, right? We'll review that role, what action has been taken. They can go in the comment and see, okay, this IN, this has been raised, right? Then they can log in on ticketing tool and write this tracking number. And they'll get all detail, what is going on, what is the evidence, whether ID has been blocked or not, what time it has been blocked, who has blocked it, everything they will get on ticketing tool, right? So all the cases has been resolved here. Get your mind?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry to disturb you, sir. Again, so where will we find the dump of these resolved cases?
Here only, you can search.
Okay, there it will be in the same queue, right?
Same queue, same, yes.
Okay, and one more thing, like as you said, this case was assigned to Kailash, right?
Right.
So what is the AST like normally, to resolve these cases? For example, if as an L1 analyst, I got assigned 10 cases, let's say, for example.
I said incident response SLA.
No, I'm talking about AST.
What?
Average handling time for these cases.
Depend on SLA.
Depend on the SLA.
Average handling time is different and SLA is different, right? So if this case got assigned to me, let's say, for example, so in how many minutes should I dispose this? How many minutes should I resolve this case?
So see, it is not. There is no as such.
Okay, there is no. Okay, there is no such AST. Okay.
You have to close it within the SLA.
Okay.
If it is high severity, within 15 minutes, you have to do that, right? You have to analyze. You have to create this ticket, and you have to close it here within 15 minutes. Once you close it here, then only it will be considered that you have raised the incident.
Okay. And let's say, for example,
positive.
Yeah, got it, sir. So let's say, for example, it's a critical incident and the SL is 15 minutes.
Right.
And let's say, for example, investigation is taking time, like I have to search multiple tools, third-party tools to check that IP and domain reputation and all. Right. And it's taking more than 15 minutes. So in that case, what is the procedure?
So what happens is, see, first level, once you gather some information, first level, at least you will come to know whether it's true positive or false positive.
Yes, correct.
Something that you need to collect more information, you raise the ticket and then update the information on the ticket further.
Okay, yes.
But you have to raise the ticket within that time.
Within 15 minutes, we have to raise it.
You have to raise.
Sometimes you have to assign the ticket yourself also.
It depends. If you are doing something more, you can assign. If you are the actionable team, you can assign to your name as well. If you are taking some action on that case, it is not something that always different team. But if your action falls under you, you can assign to your own name or your team, own team name.
Sir,
Okay.
SLA is for raising the ticket only.
Incident response, responding the incident means collecting collecting the evidence and assign to respective team means raising the ticket.
Sir,
Okay.
can we escalate to L2 people from here
You
if
can
it is a
escalate.
true positive
You can
alert?
escalate. For example, true positive is there, but not here. I mean, you can assign. You can reassign to them. You can reassign to them from here. You can you can change.
So
From
here we
here,
need to, in the comment
you can-
section, we have
you can
to
write. You can write.
yes.
Yes, you can write the comment escalated to L2 or someone, and you write the comment escalated to L2 for further analysis. So L2 means if you're not able to analyze, it is a complex investigation, right? Being L1, you don't have that much of knowledge. You can assign to L2.
But here we need to write it as true positive. We found it as a true positive. So further investigation, we have to we are raising to the L2 like this. We need
Right.
to
Either
do it,
true
right?
positive. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not certain that you always found true positive, but since investigation was complex, hence you assign to L2. So true positive, false positive, maybe you are able to identify as true positive, false positive, or maybe you are not able to decide whether true positive, false positive. It can be any case. But it has been escalated to L2. L2 can also escalate to L3 for some cases.
And one more thing, sir, here, like as he said, you said that if you want to escalate it to L2, from you can change the owner, right?
Right.
So again, what will happen is like say for example L1 there are 5 users, right?
Right.
So I am assigning it to L2 and then username is X. So it can happen like all the 5 are assigning to X at the same time.
All the analysts.
Yeah, all the L1 analysts are assigning it to L2 analyst. The name is X. So it can happen, right?
Of course, but there's not so many cases which have been escalated, right? Only few cases which will be escalated. So you cannot say that he will be overloaded. In such scenario, you will have multiple L2 otherwise. Right.
No, so like you said, annotation is happening like we have shift lead. He assigns it to like L1 people.
depends.
Like,
It
is there a
depends.
same method of
Right,
handling this thing?
L2 will also have a few number of people and the lead. So lead will be giving having as a group, they will maybe get assigned and then they will go to the individuals, right?
Yeah, but here if we changing the owner, we are directly assigning it to the name, right?
What happens
There is
is,
no.
what happens, there is a process. There is a process. It depends. In the company, you might have shift lead who is assigning to everybody L1, right? So, and other cases, you might not have shift lead. You're assigning to your own name. Two different cases, right?
Correct.
First case it may happen. You have shift lead who is assigning the case, right? Then after that, means you are not you are not authorized to assign. You have access, but you are not authorized to assign to your name an incident. But you have access already, right?
Yes.
So if you want to escalate, you can escalate. You have option. Even though initial cases have been assigned by shift lead to you, but you can escalate this case. So escalation do not happen like randomly you escalate directly. You have to talk to him first, explain the case, then you further documentation as a proof you assign this. Can you mind? Further you talk to him, give the idea about the case, then here as a audit purpose, you assign to him as an official. Clear on point? Clear?
Yes.
So you mentioned district. What?
So there is in position there is one more option, being positive. What is mean of that?
Which one?
In disposition, there is one more option.
Benin, the second one.
Being positive.
This one. Being positive is expected. So what happens is, in this case, let's say you are assigning to L2, right? You're assigning to L2. If you are sure it's, beginning positive but expected means it looks like positive but not confident. In that case, you can assign and escalate to L2. In case you are assigning to L2, right? But you are not very confident. It is true positive or false positive. But you feel like, based on initial investigation, you feel like it's positive, true positive. Then in that case, you can assign. Or when you are assigning, during the investigation, you are not fully confident also that it is positive. True positive, that time also means true positive means 100% suspicious activity. This is give the less confidence, you can see. For example, high number of Windows login failure, you may select this option because it looks like true positive, but maybe it can be false positive after checking. Get in mind? So in that, this is more confidence, this is less confidence option. Okay. So what happens is, the process in the company, let's say this is a true positive, you raise the incident on the ticket and you save it changes. You select this field, resolve, right? You can see one more option is there, closed. Yes or no? You see, whenever you call to your ISP, internet service provider, right? Internet service provider, your internet was not working. You raise the ticket, right? The technician came to your home, he resolved the problem. The problem has been resolved, right? Then the ticket, you'll get the notification that the ticket has been resolved and status is resolved. Then after a few days, couple of days, you'll get another email, your case has been closed. Yes or no? Immediately they are not closing. It will be resolved. Mostly you'll see resolve means you can still reopen the case. And close means completely close. Final closure. After verifying the case has been completely actually resolved, problem has been sorted out, then they will do the completely closure. They will wait for 1 or 2 days for you to come back. If you're not doing the comeback, that means they will understand place has been actually sorted out. Yes or no? Yes. So when we create the case and mention the comment, we resolve as L1. We resolve and save the changes. Then it can be reviewed by L2. After that, maybe on same day or maybe different day, it will be reviewed by the L2, whether you have maybe case number, what case you have raised, whether you have properly updated all the evidence or not, properly comment you have written or not, properly properly urgency or deposition you have selected or not. If everything was correct, then he will change the status to close. Got it? And he will change the owner to himself, right? Because now he will be responsible if things are not correct. Clear point? So that can be a responsibility of L2 also in certain companies. This is actually the L2 responsibility, but depends. Some company follow this process, some company do not follow this process, right? But that should actually happen. As L1, L2 should verify whether everything was fine, case was raised properly or not, evidence properly updated or not, right? So that should be followed, verified by the L2, then he should close the case. Clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Save the changes. So in case of false positive, see, when you have huge number of alert being fired, right? Similar alert being fired. So it is difficult for you for each and every cases to to write the comments. True positive, definitely you have to write the comments and ticket number, right? But false positive is difficult for you to write the comments because so many may possible that 100, 200 alert will fire similar like this. This kind of environment is difficult for each and every cases to write and comment, right? So comment is necessary in many of the cases, especially in false positive, right? So multiple, let's say, these are similar alert, you understand? So once you start working, you'll come to know which one by checking it here. Okay, same IP I already investigated, same alert. This is also same alert I already investigated. I raised the case, it is false positive. By seeing the alert itself, you will come to know it's false positive, true positive. Maybe it is repetitive. Maybe you already investigated it was false positive, right? So certain cases, so let's say this all 3-5 cases, I came to know it was false positive, right? So multiple I can select at the same time, right? Similar cases, and I can close as false positive. Edit. Status,
And
resolve.
instead of stopping these, these alerts are triggered every time, right? So we can fine tune the rule, right?
Certain, see, of course, we should fine tune, but certain cases, see, it depends on multiple things. You're an administrator, so you're the L1, right?
Yes.
If you have good knowledge of, you can check it out even. You can check the rule logic, what condition has been written, what changes we can do in the rule so that it will not trigger false positive, why it is triggering false positive, right? So
Yes.
you can recommend the changes to administrator,
Okay.
but not every L1 has this kind of knowledge to do the changes. They do not understand the logic at all.
Correct. And the
Right.
recommendation has to be on email, or
Of course, email you go to offer documentation, and your management will come to know that you are doing
Everything
work
should be
on all these
documented.
things,
Yes.
right? So if you do the orally, nobody will take the action.
correct.
If you discuss, then write in the email. But not everybody has that kind of knowledge, right? What can this can be done? And sometimes administrator is also not very knowledgeable. And a lot of things you will see many companies, a lot of false positive are being fired. Analysts are too much flooded up with too many false positive. And admin is not doing anything. Management is also do not know that what admin is doing. So what do you do in this case?
Yes,
Right?
yes.
What will you do? So many alerts.
Nothing, just
So
investigate
in this
those
case,
alerts.
this kind of because so only what they know, analysts know how to follow the SOP, because each and every alert there is a SOP, means standard operating procedure, how to check true positive, false positive. Every time they will follow the SOP as a to false positive. Unless too many false positive will close, keep closing, but they don't know how to fine tune it. Administrator is not working properly. He is not knowledgeable. He do not know how to fine tune it. What will happen? Same thing will go on.
The root cause problem is not being solved. That's
Right.
why.
So this is realistic. This will happen in many of the environments, many of the clients or many of the SOC. This will happen where so many false positive will happen, right? So in this case, what will you do? Multiple, you can select it altogether. The ideal way is analyst should be knowledgeable enough so that they can recommend. Because being an admin, I may not be observing all the incident all the time. You can recommend, you can tell me, okay, this rule is firing a lot of time false positive. Then I can maybe analyze, or you can recommend for what is the reason why it is firing false positive, what are the condition changes we can do. So I can also analyze and make sure that what you are saying is correct or something else is the reason. So based on that, we can add or remove certain conditions, right? So that's the right way. But this is not being followed by every company, or every company does not have people like you. Okay, so multiple similar false positive, you can close or you can write a comment for same, right? And click on select the position false positive.
Sir, if we update the status of this event, for authenticating, will happen.
What come back?
No, I'm saying like if we update the status of this event, it will directly go to ticketing tool and it will automatically get updated.
No, false positive, we are not creating tickets, right? Only for true positive we are creating ticket.
Okay.
False positive, we are not creating any ticket. Only
for true positive.
True positive, right? So after creating ticket, only we are updating here. After creating ticket, updating incident, raising the incident, we are updating the incident here. The ticket number it has been created and assigned to this user, right? So this is manual ticket creation. You have the option. Once the alert will fire, right, you can configure auto ticket creation. You have the option. Once we create correlation rule, I will tell you how you can do that. So as an action, auto ticket can also be created. Once alert will trigger incident, at the same time, it will show the incident here. At the same time, it will fetch the data to the ticketing tool and ticket number will get generated. Then what you can do is you can log in the ticketing tool, enter the ticket number, right, and update some information which has not been added. Update the logs, right, CSV and everything. You can update further, but some of the data has been already updated by the tool itself, Splunk itself, by creating.
Sir,
just hold on.
So service now is
just hold on 1 minute. Let me complete it here. So automatically ticket will be created. Get a point? But this is only recommended for certain rule which you feel that these rules are generating most of the time false positive incident only, true positive alerts only. Otherwise, what will happen is you have automated this action so that you will not have to create the ticket manually. Automatic tickets will get generated. But if your alert is firing too many false positive, too many ticket will get generated. And every ticket that you create on your portal like ServiceNow or ITSM that you are using, every time that you create a ticket, every ticket has the SLA. Within certain time, based on severity, the ticket has to be closed. Right? It has to be worked and updated. So unnecessarily, you have to close the false positive ticket. Messing the false positive and close the ticket. Means unnecessary opposite work, double work you have to do. So only we enable auto ticketing when we are confident that our analytic rule means correlation rule are very well fine-tuned. For incident response or cybersecurity, ServiceNow is very popular ticketing tool. I will share one session. ServiceNow is not freely available nowadays, but previously I used to cover ServiceNow, how to create incident. 5-6 sessions that I'm going to share. One session is that one also, how to create incident on the email as well as ServiceNow. That is nothing of big deal. It's just a portal, right? How you fill the information on the portal and create the ticket number. That's it. So that you can mention that you have experience in ServiceNow as well. Now you can ask the question.
Sir, you already answered that. Same thing I was going to ask that.
I know that. I'm going to answer. That's why I stopped you in between.
Yeah. So, sir, but like in Splunk, we can integrate only ServiceNow, or there are multiple CRM.
Any popular,
CRM tool? Okay,
any
okay.
popular technical tool you can integrate.
Thank you, sir.
Popular, everybody is popular, right? Because for that you should have add-on available integration. Add-on.
ServiceNow, I have certificate, sir.
Good. So add-on should be available. You have to install the add-on in order to complete the integration. So popular technical tool will have the add-on available, right?
Sir, yeah, sir. In terms of if it is a true positive event, so here we'll be escalating to L2 or L3 people, right? Because the user
not true positive, not all true positive.
Okay.
Once alert will trigger, you find true positive, false positive. True positive case, you will directly assign to respective team for further action. For example, it was suspicious connection from IP address and allowed by the firewall. So as an action, IP address has to be blocked by on the firewall. So you'll raise the case and assign to the firewall team directly. Firewall team, the case will be closed further, right?
Okay, via email we have to raise a
email or ticketing tool.
Ticketing tool.
And ticketing tool. And some company only follow in ticketing tool, not even email. Some company will follow both ticketing also email. In this session that I'm going to share, I will have cover both email also and ticketing tool also. So what happens is, in that case, L2 will not come in the picture. L2 will only verify. Once you close the case, only verify. Some cases you are not able to invest because L1 you don't have deep dive knowledge how to investigate some of the complex cases. In that case only you will escalate. So what happens is, one of the sessions I have explained what is the incident response process, what is the work of L1, what is the flow also, what is the workflow of incident response of L1, L2, L3, administrator, right? I've explained on that session with documentation, with graphics. So understand? Got it?
Yes, sir.
What was the second question? Somebody else was asking.
No, I was coming there only, sir, for firewall team only.
Huh?
No, I was coming for the same thing. Firewall team only. You answered.
Achha, right. Okay. So what happens is, each and every incident being a L1, whatever correlation rule has been created, right, will be documentation called as SOP document. SOP means standard operating procedure, right? For example, this is the alert, right? For this alert, how to investigate, how to check true positive, what to check false positive, right? If it is true positive, to whom we have to assign for further action, right? That is a complete process. That document is called as SOP document, standard operating procedure. If the company follows the systematic way, right, the company must have the SOP document, which state that for this particular incident, what is the severity, what is the condition, and how to analyze true positive, false positive. In case of true positive, which team we have to assign further? What is the process? Creating a ticket, creating email or something like that. What is the process? Complete, it will be written. That document is called as SOP document. For every alert, we will have the SOP document. We can follow the document, and based on that, we have to respond to the incident. So some incident which will happen, which are taken on a daily basis, right? So not every time you have to refer the SOP document, because you are doing that, responding those incidents on a daily basis. So you already know that how to investigate. 1 week or 2 weeks you will work and see. Later period you will understand, you will remember the process. You will not have to see the SOP on all the time, right? I will also share the SOP document, right? Or top 10 incidents which are firing on a daily basis, right? How to analyze true positive, false positive. In case of true positive, what action has to be taken with the flow.
Sir, can we say number of correlations will be having a number of SOPs?
Right, of course. We should have, ideally.
Sir, SOP differs from company to company, right?
Yes, because some company consider that case is very critical. Some company may consider as low priority.
It depends on the nature of business.
Correct. Depends on company to company, industry and industry. Especially banking and financial industries even consider most of the cases are very critical, while other construction, pharmaceutical may not critical, right? So it depends on the industry to industry, and as you said, nature of business, what they are doing. You got a mind? Clear, everybody? Right? So this is the incident review. Now in next class, we'll talk about how to create those correlation rule, right? We'll create correlation rule and we'll see how we'll do some testing. Alert will trigger. Create a correlation rule and do some login failure, let's say, and alert will trigger. So how to investigate that, we have end-to-end flow. We will talk about how to create the correlation for various cases, right? Understand? For 6 to 7 correlation rule example, we are going to take here how to create, right? How to fine tune, right? Then incident response. Okay, and a lot of documentation for incident response, threat hunting, some scenario-based questions. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. I have to leave now to the airport. So we'll see you on Saturday.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.